Hi folks, welcome back to my channel. This is my first video of 2023, so I'd like to wish you all a very happy new year and many happy crafty hours in this new year. Now, Betsy Doodle, who's Betsy Doodle, had a sale in her Etsy shop just at the start of the new year. So I bought some goodies and I'm going to share them with you, and I'm also going to share a little haul I got from the works today. Now, my goodies came wrapped in this beautiful painty paper wrapping, one of these specialties, which I will reuse. That would be absolutely gorgeous on the cover of a junk journal, a real junk journal made of pure junk and nice painty bits. None of your fancy lace or any of that stuff. Lovely inside and out. Isn't that beautiful? Now, the first thing I ordered was some of these vintage style rosettes. Sorry, the rest of the stuff is sticking to it. You can see beautifully packed again. Here's one at the top, and I'll take them out now so as you can see them. Right, I'm trying a new camera setup here today, so if everything goes crazy and my iPad falls off its stand, sorry about it, just bear with me. So you can see they're all vintage ladies done in the bottle cap. What do they call that? Those resin bottle cap innards or whatever you call them. I can't think of the word for them now, of course. And there's some lovely bits of thread. I think all crafters, anybody who does a bit of sewing anyway, saves all the thread ends. And they're great for, they're great for using in your crafty bits. And some frilled flowers made from music paper. Absolutely beautiful, and a lovely thing if you're sending to somebody to, send them one as well. So gorgeous. And the next thing here is Dee's famous buttons, handmade buttons. And Dee has explained how to make these, and also backed on some of some painty paper. Really great, and you can put your own thread or your own ribbon through the middle. You can make it as fancy or as toned down as you like. Absolutely lovely. And there again, wonderfully packed. I'm always in awe of these people who do beautiful packing and presentation, because I'm useless at it. Absolutely stupid. Now, aren't they beautiful? And the next thing I ordered was some of these borders, painty paper borders. And here again, this came beautifully packed with one of these scribbly flowers on the belly band. And I'll just take them out. I think there's about 10 of these or a dozen of these. They're absolutely, look, they are just symphonies in colour. Lovely. You can use these on ATCs, cards, and great selection of colours as well. If you're familiar with Dee's work, you'll have seen these before. Hold on a minute, sorry. Now, more bits. It's lovely to have pieces of somebody's artwork in your collection, because most of us can't afford original paintings or even prints of an artist's work, these fancy people who exhibit in galleries and the like. But to have something that somebody handmade is wonderful, isn't that? Isn't that gorgeous? And some of my favourite bronzy colours here. There we are. And some acetate. That's like alcohol inks on acetate. Isn't that gorgeous? Wonderful stamping and paint and whatnot. So there's a great selection of borders, different widths as well, for use in your artwork. I think Dee still has some of the flowers and at least one pack of the buttons. Like, she's fairly low on her stock on her Etsy shop at the moment, and I leave the link to her shop in the description box. And I hope Dee keeps putting stuff in the shop or sells, you know, on her YouTube, because she is brilliant at it. Makes lovely stuff, really inspiring. So after getting that, I took a little trip to the works today, and I'll show you what I got. First of all, I bought, wait for it. Oh, sorry, I forgot about my little extra pack of goodies that Dee sent, the kind of thank you pack. She has a little postcard sized picture. It is actually on photo paper of her work, and note on the back of it, you know, her thank you note, and small frilly flower, or half frilly flower, which I will probably add my own bits to. Lovely scribbly flower. Sorry, I know I'm going out of shot occasionally, but as I say, I'm just getting used to this new setup here. I'll have to play the video back and see whether it's any good. And leaves. Oh, one of these cats. Isn't that fantastic? That is absolutely, that is just the cheese. It's lovely. Another one of these flowers. And one of these birds. Well, two of these birds. I think Dee also has a video on how to make these, and I think she found it on somebody else's channel. Here's another smaller little flower. Art, lovely bits of artwork, and very, very inspiring, give you ideas. But as I said, as well as that, today I took myself off to the range and I bought this, a litre of clear PVA glue, because I have a few things in mind, and white PVA glue, just sometimes it deadens what you use it with. All will be revealed. That was €6, and it was recommended by Mr. Doodle, I think, on the last live that Dee did. £4 sterling. We pay extra for everything here. Now, £4 does not translate into €6. I'll stop ranting. The other thing I bought was two of Debbie Shore's sewing books in the works. Now, the works I go to is absolutely full of, sorry, I'm hissing all my S's today. Excuse me. Is full of books at the moment. They're very, very little crafty stuff, but loads and loads, tons of books, and still selling off calendars for €2 if you want to get some. So I've Sewing Room Secrets Quilting. Now, I only have this book in my hand for about an hour or two. I've already learned stuff from it. Now, I don't intend to take up quilting full time or anything like that, but I learned stuff about making bias binding and applying bias binding. It's absolutely, I used to do patchwork years ago, but no, I'm not really into all this joining edges and ends up very carefully. But she takes you through things like the machine feet and what they're for and what they do, because usually if you buy a machine, you get a bag of these things with you and you don't know what they are. They could be the parts for a gun for all I know. I mean, look at that thing. I mean, what would you do with that? It's actually a seam guide. So I'm going to have a good look at that later on. And then this one, Sewing Room Secrets. This is really good. Now, especially if you're buying or you've just got a sewing machine as a Christmas present, go out and get these two books. When things go wrong. I mean, what more do you want to know? All about needles, which are an absolute mystery, because if you go into a fabric shop, you're met with a wall of needles and weird things like twin needles. I've never used a twin needle. I have one, but I've never used it. It's just sitting there in state. Loads of stuff, fabrics and linings and all that kind of thing. So I've gone through it, had a quick look at it. Lots of things, making easy stuff, useful stuff like pillow covers. And I saw this tablet case, and I'm going to have a go with that, at making this when I get the time. I'll show it to you if it turns out all right. Your tablet or your iPad goes into the back section, and there's a little zipped pocket in the front for all your chargers and gizmos and probably your biro or whatever. But what I find very useful too is all this thing about magnetic snaps and how to fasten your bag, because if you had an existing bag that wasn't fitting properly, you can buy these from Amazon or eBay, a bag of them, and fit them to an existing bag that isn't closing properly. Drawstring bag, very useful thing to know. Do you remember in school you had to have those for putting your canvas shoes or your gym shoes in? Oh God, all the tripe we had to do in school. Purse frames, if you ever want to tackle a purse frame. But I've already learnt from this book as well one or two things that I never did before. And there again, it's on sale for €4.50, which is very good for a full cover. Very, very solid book. And as you can see, it's been reduced and reduced and reduced again. This is my favourite thing about the works. You can go then. And now you can see it's £4. If you're in the UK, it's £4. So I sort of got it for $4.50. So I'll stop giving out about them now and their exchange rates. So I'll go, folks, and I'll leave you with that. So check out Dee's Etsy shop for a bit of inspiration and a bit of some crafty buys. So I love you and leave you. Mind yourselves. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Bye.